We got some news about T Grizzly, man. Let's get into it.
T Grizzley just got himself in the middle of something really terrible and really bad, and it stems around the baby shooter situation from a couple of months ago. T Grizzley and a gang member from LA called Baby Shooter have been beefing online for a couple of months now. It's been a public feud. Baby Shooter robbed T Grizzley's house, went to jail, and then claimed that T Grizzley snitched on him and produced paperwork. T Grizzley and Dogface and others proved.
But at the end of the day, ain't he supposed to snitch on you? If I'm not mistaken, the headline was talking about it was like $1 million in cash in jewelry that was stolen. What is he supposed to do? Then he got to make an insurance claim if you want to get that back. You thought you were supposed to just take from this man, and if he tell the police that you took from him, he a snitch. That's not how it works. You not no snitch unless you in the streets doing something too. You get caught and you go tell on somebody else. That's snitching. If you a civilian and somebody rob you, call the police. What else you supposed to do?
That the paperwork that Baby Shooter provided may not have been 100% real and truthful. So that led to T Grizzley going on academics and other platforms claiming Baby Shooter is making up fake paperwork about him. And that led to a back and forth. Now, if you guys forgot this back and forth, it's very crucial to this story. So let me just remind you guys of the ongoing beef between T Grizzley and Baby Shooter before we discuss what happened today. Years ago, T Grizzley's house was burglarized, right? They took $1 million in jewelry and they took some cash as well. So the news will write, rapper T Grizzley not only mourning his friend PNB Rock, he also got drama at home after burglars made off with $1 million in bills and bling. So it goes, law enforcement official tells TMZ, burglars smashed a window at T's house about 2 weeks ago in his Porter Ranch neighborhood outside Los Angeles. We're told the jewelry alone they found was worth more than $1 million, and they also walked away with a ton of cash. According to the police report, no one was home at the time of the break-in, and there's an open investigation. But I do know for a fact, 100% fact, when this happened, T Grizzley wasn't playing around. Like, T Grizzley was not playing around. He was taken to the streets. But some say he also took it to the police, which we will review shortly. But what I do know, when this happened, T Grizzley put the bag in the streets. He put a bag on the head of anybody involved in burglarizing him. And when the streets began to talk, the streets began to point his hand at a guy called Baby Shooter. So when Baby Shooter was identified as the one who burglarized T Grizzley's home, what happened was T Grizzley got goons, right? I'm assuming it's other LA gang members, because if it's not other LA gang members, like T Grizzley is from Detroit, like his Detroit goons aren't going to be checking the LA gang member in LA, no, right? But dudes who were around T Grizzley, they found where Baby Shooter's mama lived, they found where he lived, they found other family members' homes, and they let him know, hey, bruh, there's a bag on your head. We know where your mama live. Here's her address. You better tap in and let us know what's going on.
No, not the fat D-Mac. Well, not the fat D-Mac. His name D-Mac though. It's not the fat one though. I know the skinny one that be getting to the money. Yeah. The chopper one that be. Yeah. That's the other nigga. That's the other little nigga. It's like 4 or 5 in it on that shit. Besides the other nigga, besides the nigga that I sent y'all that put the whole play together. That fuck with them niggas. Crew, bro. You feel me? You ain't hear this from me, bro. You ain't hear this from me, all right?
Yeah, you ain't gotta worry about that. All right.
All right, it's Nick. It's my cousin from schoolyard, bro. Boom. Mexican niggas from great and 2 niggas from home. They all get money together. They all fuck around, kicking around. You feel me? Boom. Them niggas that's press play on. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now them niggas, they jeweler. They want to fuck with her. They see all the face. They see the face. They're like, oh, is that ain't we ain't with it? Oh, they're like, shoot, you don't know. You feel me? I know you're jeweler. Oh, feel me? Like, oh, I'm like, shit, hell yeah, he probably get ready for you. You feel me? Like, y'all gotta cash me out though. Set. Oh, but I know about this. Though, that's why I asked him. I'm like, you know, you fucking nigga T Grizzley, like, yeah, he like off limits. I'm like, oh, crib. I'm like, y'all ain't say. I'm like, oh, all right, you feel me? Like, boom, but I already them niggas on that.
This footage only resurfaced because I believe he was into it with Milk 74, and Milk 74 released the footage where he's telling the ops, hey, it wasn't me, it was that guy, bro. Man, trust me. Now, a lot of people gave him flack for this. Like, you can't say this is telling because it's not telling, because he wasn't talking to the police. But he was still giving up people and saying they did this and they did that, knowing there was bags on the heads of people involved. Is kind of like, man, you don't like do that to your homie, bro. Like, if you know, hey, bro, T Grizzly got a bag out on somebody's head for whoever was involved, and you say, nah, he was involved, you damn near okay with your homie getting killed.
Yeah, but why was my homie okay with robbing him, though? You see what I'm saying? That's like saying he able to just take from whoever he want to take from. He can shoot whoever he want to shoot. He can punch whoever he want to punch. And it's just okay. No, it's not okay, bro. You robbed that man. You ain't have to rob that man.
So he got a lot of flack for it. So he came back and he explained exactly why he said that much and exactly why he did what he did. And he confirmed T Grizzly was putting bags on people's heads.
Never spoke on that video. Well, let me make the long story short. That shit wasn't straight. I ain't gonna say that shit was straight. Niggas should never put no niggas' name in nothing. That shit wasn't cool. That shit wasn't cool. As a gangster, niggas should never implicated no niggas in nothing. But I'll make a long story short. My face going around, they say money on my head and all this and all that. The homie called me like, hey, these niggas want to holler at you, whoop. They trying to say you did this before they make a move. They want to whoop, you feel me? So I'm like, all right, what's up? So they put me on the line. They saying whoop and whoop, saying you did it, you feel me, like that. We got your mama address. They tell me my mama address. Bam. They read me my mama address, you feel me? Whole time they like, oh, we don't know if you really did it, or they probably could be blaming it on you, you feel me? So this isn't that. So I'm like, all right, all right, smooth, you feel me? So them calls all different times, so they called me back. I'm like, man, look, you ain't hear this from me, but whoa, that's when I said that, you feel me? But what I should have did was called in, you feel me? But a nigga went straight, you feel me? But if I didn't want to tell them, bro, I know what really happened. Them niggas had nothing to do with nothing, you feel me? If anything, I lied on them, bro, but that shit went straight. On the day, homie went straight. So basically, it was a twist up, you feel me? To get me on video saying this is and that, you feel me? Nigga fell for it, because, like, mind you, I should have called in, I should have tapped in. There's money on here. I don't know who to trust when they talking about the amount of money they said was on the nigga head.
Baby Shooter went to jail shortly afterwards, but while in jail, he released this paperwork right here where he claims T Grizzly identified him as the man who robbed his house to the police. When Baby Shooter got released from jail, he doubled down on the narrative that T Grizzly snitched on him. And
So what if he did? You robbed him. Why is it always the cause that's supposed to be overlooked, but instead the effect is always the problem? It ain't your action that's the problem. It's how I reacted to it that's the problem. No, you robbed me. You went to jail. You can't call me a snitch. You robbed me. Remember?
Be real. If it wasn't for Dogface, right, which is like an OG from like Detroit. If it wasn't for Dogface going around from podcast to podcast, building these relationships with all the bloggers like myself, academics, and others, T Grizzly would probably have been cooked. But I felt like Dogface did a very good job combating that narrative and kind of poking holes in Baby Shooter's like narrative that T Grizzly snitched, kind of like pointing out things that were inconsistent. And essentially T Grizzly beat the snitching rumors, due to Dogface. But, like Baby Shooter got out of jail with a vendetta against T Grizzly. Now, he robbed T Grizzly's house, so I don't know why he would hate T Grizzly, right? But Baby Shooter even went as far as banning T Grizzly and other Detroit dudes from coming to LA.
Ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? Dead homie. I called up about the T Grizzly situation, he got right on it. Dead homie. Got on it. Got right on it. He ain't playing no game.
Yeah, that's crazy. So basically, T Grizzly, he no good.
T Grizzly bad, dead homie. He bad people.
So
bad
do
over here.
So do the internet? Do the internet know? Do the internet know?
The internet gotta know. I'm on the crib, bro. We're over here. Hey, well, that's how I feel though. I don't know how everybody Detroit. I catch any niggas in the city. I'm robbing all. I catch.
Yeah, but ain't robbing people what get you in this situation to begin with? Go get a job, man. Go do something with your life. Why you sitting around trying to rob people? But if he would have been there and you would have made him catch a free hat, then what? Folks don't be thinking. Stop trying to rob people. Go get a life.
The city on the dead homie. Rob all them Detroit rap on the dead homies. That's how I feel. Besides Doug though, dead homies. Doug really on Krypton. Everybody else though, I'm robbing all dead homies. Hey, think I'm playing for a victim like the rest.
I love Baby Shooter, man. I like Baby Shooter, but there's no excuse for this malarkey, bruh. He comes home after facing life, beats the case, come home a week later, he's threatened to rob Detroit rappers who click up with T Grizzley on the internet. Now, this was when I think T Grizzley began to take it seriously, because this is when T Grizzley stopped responding. After Baby Shooter said this, it went dead quiet on T Grizzley's end. Because T Grizzley now recognized, okay, it's not content anymore, it's in the streets, cool, I gotta move this way. But ultimately, T Grizzley stayed quiet. Baby Shooter is now back in jail on some other charges. And apparently, T Grizzley, according to Young and Hefe and other people who are currently in jail, apparently T Grizzley is calling shots. A Detroit dude is calling shots in LA County and is influencing prison politics. Because T Grizzley apparently had a bounty on Baby Shooter's head. And when Baby Shooter touched down, now, again, this bounty was confirmed by Young and Hefe, not Poetic Flacco, okay? But when Baby Shooter touched down, apparently the bounty got collected on. And we got audio of Baby Shooter being tortured and almost killed.
As a fact, we gonna compensate.
Yeah.
Oh, come right here, buddy. Come here, you don't got nothing to do with nothing. Bro, I apologize, I don't got nothing to do with nothing. I ain't got nothing to do with nothing, bro. Oh, man, buddy, come on. Hey, bro, I ain't got nothing to do with nothing, bro. You didn't do nothing. I didn't do none of that simple shit, bro. You're not going to get nobody. I ain't going to get nobody or none of them, homie, bro. Everybody clear. Everybody clear. Tell Detroit, yeah, homie. You got the homie bugging him. And none of that great shit, bro. None of that great shit. Oh, 40 clear. Yeah, homie. On Westside 40, you know what's going on. It's 24, we making the ground shake. Yeah, homies, nigga, we got cut up in here.
I got love for Baby Shooter, man, but we got to be honest, bro. It sounded like he ran into the Avengers. I ain't never seen Baby Shooter voice go that high. All I heard was, oh! I said, cuh. Hold on, bro. Huh? Damn. Yo, what were they doing to you, cuh? God damn. Bruh. I'll be real, man. Now, Baby Shooter is a shooter, not a fighter, so we got to kind of give him some leeway there. But no man voice should ever reach a pitch that high. It will. Now, they had to have poked him up, bro. Cause to me, that's the only way. Cause I don't see a punch hurting that bad to where I'm. Oh,
okay, come on, Flacco.
Hey, listen,
You're doing a little too much now, Flacco. That's a lot of that noise you're making. Okay, it's starting to sound a little ayo.
And if he would have gotten stabbed or punched up or beat up and taken his L, cool. But coming to the phone and breaking it down, that's where I think he took it a step too far. Coming to the phone, apologizing to T Grizzley, claiming it was all talk. He's not involved in nothing. He didn't do nothing. That's crazy. But it makes him look bad. Like, right?
But see, that's what I'm saying, though. You trying to be tough. You trying to be street this, and you crip that, and you rob this person. And now you swearing up and down you ain't do it. Get out the streets.
Now, Young and Hefe would come on his channel, and Young and Hefe, who's currently in prison, would claim these dude had no affiliations with T Grizzley whatsoever. And now you're about to see how disgusting and sad LA gang members are. So Baby Shooter is from LA. He's a Crip, right? He's from the community. Fellow Crips from LA. Now, these two don't really got they're from Rolling 40s. I think he's from Avalon. They don't really got no beef. But they still attacked him to get in good favor with the dude from Detroit. Man, listen, man. Yo, gangbanging is over with, homie.
Had somebody coming through the door and you feel they a sheep, or you can get over on them, that's what's going to happen. So, he came through the door, with these big old flower earrings, and, he was reportedly telling people that it was worth $6,000. So you can just, imagine, all the spice that's going to buy, or how good you're going to look if you get to put those in your ears. So I had learned that Shooter was here yesterday, you know what I'm saying, from one of my people. You know, they came back from visiting with Shooter and was like, hey, Baby Shooter said what's happening. He sent his. I'm like, Baby Shooter from where? They like, Avalon. I'm like, oh, okay, he in here? They like, yeah. What I didn't know was that he was in the same module as me on the other side, you know what I'm saying, the original tier that I was on or whatnot. So, as y'all hearing this recording, as much as y'all can hear, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't really hear it like that, but getting it play by play, from my understanding, you know, he was over there on the tier, and then it looked like, you know what I'm saying, the Jack Boys, you know what I'm saying, got down on it, you feel me, 4.0, you know what I'm saying, from Fodies, you know what I'm saying, put himself out there, you know what I'm saying, in this matter, you know what I'm saying, and making Baby Shooter get on the phone, and basically, this wasn't even like no neighborhood gangster thing from my understanding. So it looked like these dudes that took it upon themselves like they want to go viral, like they want some of that Adam 22 clout and no jumper clout, that they decided to hop on Baby Shooter because they know about the T Grizzley stuff and all this internet stuff that's going on out there. So basically, they trying to collect on a bounty, you know what I'm saying? And they hoping that T Grizzley send them some money and or send them the money, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know nothing about no bounty. Didn't know it was a bounty or whatever, but they said they trying to collect the bounty, so that's why they got on Shooter now.
Yo, it is hilarious. Yo, it really said, hey, listen, man. Yo, they were trying to collect the bounty that T Grizzley put on Baby Shooter. But I don't know nothing about no bounty. Nah, man. Worst part about it, too, is clearly he left, right? Like, he packed it up and he left. And they're still trying to shame him. Fam, they just try to kill me. They put a knife, they brought weapons. They threaten to kill me if I don't hop on this phone and apologize. And I'm supposed to stay in a module or a dorm with all my enemies? With no homies around? After they already tried to assassinate me, and I'm a buster if all right, man. Anybody claiming Baby Shooter is a buster or soft for packing it up and leaving a dorm in a module ran by the same dudes who are trying to murder him, you guys are out of your mind. I applaud you, bro. All right, listen, bro, you in county jail on some petty charges probably. You trying to come home, bro. Man, don't try to play tough, bro. Leave, go to PC if you got to, come home and podcast like an MF. Right? Because the dudes who are in jail right now facing 20, 30, 40, they won't be able to beat you on the outside. You'll be able to control the narratives with the podcast. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this?
Man, I think stay out the streets. And I think don't be trying to rob folks. Because when they come back on you, you can't try to pretend like you're innocent. Don't be trying to rob folks. So that's how I feel about it. Stay out the streets. Go get you a life. Matter of fact, with that kind of publicity, when you thought, when everybody was sitting here thinking you did and word getting spread that you did it, after you cleared up that you ain't do it, the first thing you should have did was started making content. You got a little buzz. Go make some content. Go make some money. Man, let me know what y'all think in the comments.